What have I done? What have I done to be hated like this? What have I done? My family, Prince Harry found Meghan crying as Prince Harry recounts in his spare memoir. It shows the toll that tabloid abuse of Meghan Markle took on Meghan. My family, let me say this. There needs to be accountability for the lives that have been lost because of the tabloid media. From Colin Flack to Diana, there must be accountability. And these women, my family, have had a special relationship with Harry. Colin Flack being a woman that Harry was seeing at the time. Secretly, of course. It was a secret. But the tabloid media found out. Then we have the late Diana, chased to her death. And then we have the woman that Harry fell in love with, Meghan, also hounded to the point that she wanted to take her own life. She contemplated taking to have a way out, of this world because of the hate she was getting online, on print, from the UK tabloid media. All these anti-Harry and Meghan stories coming from one place, Kensington Palace, headed by Prince William. And my family, I want to read you this excerpt from Harry's memoir, Spare. Kindly, please hear of the toll of tabloid abuse. This is not a game. These are real lives, real relationships. My family, this is real life, and they've caused enormous pain to both Meghan and Harry and even baby Archie. Kindly, please hear this. And I quote Harry's memoir, Spare. I walked home from the office and found Meg sitting on the stairs. She was sobbing uncontrollably. My love, what's happened? I thought for sure we'd lost the baby. I went to her on my knees. She choked out that she did not want to do this anymore. Do what? Harry asked. Live, Meghan responded. I did not catch her meaning at first. I did not understand, maybe didn't want to understand. My mind just did not want to process the words. It's all so painful, she was saying. What is? To be hated like this, for what? What had she done? She asked. She really wanted to know. What sin had she committed to deserve this kind of treatment? My family, this is painful. This is quite painful, really. Hearing what happened. A husband finding his wife crying on the stairs. My family. And some still actually ask, why did they leave? These same tabloids that have shown both Harry and Meghan what to expect. Abuse, racism, insults, hounding. That is what the tabloids have shown Harry and Meghan, that is what they can expect from them. But yet someone asks, why are they leaving? someone dares to even go so far as to threaten Harry and Meghan for daring to step down as senior members of the royal family, then they ask, why did they leave? My family, this pain that you are learning even more from Harry shows you exactly what their life was like while in the UK. An unhappy life. Torture. That's what it was. Torture, psychological abuse, racism, insults. Look for a name. I bet it would fit my family. And think of the worst thing that can happen. I bet it would fit right in the description of what Harry and Meghan were going through. It was really, really bad. My family, please hear this kindly. She just wanted to make the pain stop, she said. Not only for her, for everyone, for me, for her mother, but she couldn't make it stop. So she decided to disappear. Without her, she said, all the press would go away, and then I would not have to live like this. Our unborn child would never have to live like this. But the media, tabloids, who have caused Meghan so much pain and harm, are saying that Harry and Meghan left for privacy. That is their narrative of why Harry and Meghan left. They blame any other reason other than themselves for Harry leaving. And they know exactly why Harry and Meghan left. To protect their sanity, their peace of mind, because clearly they were not getting that while in the UK, serving as senior members of the firm. And to drive a woman to the brink of wanting to take her own life. My family, the press went too far. It went too far, and still they haven't stopped going after Harry and Meghan. My family, please continue hearing this kindly. It's so clear, she kept saying. It's so clear. Just stop breathing. Stop being. This exists because I exist. I begged her not to talk like that. I promised her we'd get through it. We'd find a way. In the meantime, we'd find her the help that she needed. I asked her to be strong. Hang on. Incredibly, while reassuring her and hugging her, I couldn't entirely stop thinking like a F-word royal. Prince Harry uses the F-word. F-word royal. We had a St. Ball engagement that night at the Royal Albert Hall, and I kept telling myself, we can't be late. We cannot be late. They'll skin us alive, and they'll blame her. They'll blame Meghan. My family. That was what was on Harry's mind at the time. Programmed by the institution of how it would look. Exactly like that. Because to the firm, the optics are what truly matter. Of how they appear in the public. That is what truly matters to them. The optics. That is what they care about, really. My family. And even right now, with this talks of a peace talk, clearly, not one part that I've seen have they ever mentioned Meghan's name. So clearly, they want to have peace talks without Meghan being present. Is that really peace talks? Are those really what you'd call peace talks without Meghan present? First, it was the Sandringham Summit, whereby a meeting was called to decide about Harry and Meghan's future without the mother of Harry's child at the time, because they only had Archie, being present, without Harry's wife being present. Once again, they want to have peace talks without Meghan being present. So clearly, peace is not what they're looking for. Because all of this is, there needs to be something that happens before the coronation, a peace summit. All they care about that Charles gets his coronation, and that is the only thing that people talk about, his coronation. My family, that is just how the farm operates. Optics are what matters to them the most. And my family, you've heard what Harry said about how he was programmed to think, and clearly he knew that the press were always speaking on Meghan Markle time and time again. Whatever happens, they blame Meghan Markle. Meghan was their new scapegoat. Meghan was the new scapegoat of the farm, who was unprotected and never ever defended. Not once. But the press will tell you they live for privacy. That's what they'll tell you. But not because of the abuse of the press, really. Nothing to do with that. One bit. It was for privacy. Tabloid press will tell you. My family, if you even read how Harry has recounted, the pain of that moment, leaving office, going to his home, and then finding his wife crying, and you still think he left the UK for privacy, really. Something is not well with you. Abuse is why they left. My family, please continue hearing this kindly. Slowly, too slowly, I realized that tardiness was the least of our problems. I said she should skip the engagement, of course. I needed to go. Make a quick appearance, but I'd be home fast. No, she insisted. She did not trust herself to be at home alone for even an hour with such dark feelings. So, we put on our best kit, and she applied dark lipstick to draw attention away from her bloodshot eyes. And out of the door we went. The car pulled up outside the Royal Albert Hall. And as we stepped into the blue flashing lights of the police escort and the white out lights of the press flashbulbs, Meg reached for my hand. She gripped it tightly. As we went inside, she gripped it even tighter. I was buoyed by the tightness of that grip. She's hanging on, I thought, better than letting go. But when we settled into the roll box and the lights dimmed, she let go of her emotions. She could not hold back the tears. She wept silently. She wept silently, my family. That is the toll that the media abuse on Meghan had. towards Meghan Markle. My family. Now, my family, no one, I tell you, no one will ever have to go through this. Nobody. And my family, even someone called Dr. Zanyi asked this question. Putting everything aside, how can you be okay with an institution, people, or system who do this to their people? The rationalization that it happens to all women who marry into that family is inexcusable. Because they will say that, oh look, all the women go through it. Why should women be abused? Why? Why should the women who have relationships with members of the royal family, why should they be abused by the press? The job of the press is not to abuse women. But in the UK, it appears that that is what is considered normal. It is being normalized. And that's why, you hear from William and members of the royal family. But hey, look, my girlfriend went through this. My wife went through this. Why should yours be any different? The abuse has been normalized. And that's not okay. That's so unhealthy. That's so toxic, really. It's toxic and unhealthy. And something must be done. Not say, others have gone through it. Prince Harry told them, what is different is that this time, the race element is what shows how different this is. Because 8 days into Harry and Meghan's relationship becoming public, Prince Harry had to issue a statement condemning racism against his then girlfriend Meghan. But then the press will tell you also, but we welcomed her. We welcomed her. We welcomed her. We welcome Meghan Markle. It's a character that changed. Then 8 days into her relationship with Harry, why did Harry have to condemn racism if Meghan was welcomed? Why? Really, why? My family, the use of common sense tells you that, first of all, this abuse is wrong. No one should ever have to be told, other women went through this abuse, so you also need to just take it. Take it. It'll go away. Don't worry. Just take it. My family, we are 6 years into, 6 or 7 years probably into, ever since, Harry and Meghan, relationship became public. And right now, my family, has the abuse stopped? Has the racism stopped? The answer is no. And my family, I want you to hear something. The pain of a mother, the pain of Doria Ragland, my family, recounting what Meghan was going through. Everybody knew what was happening. And it made them sad. No one should ever have to go through this. No one should ever have to endure this pain. No one should ever have to go through this. Nobody. Please hear what Doria Ragland had to say about this, my family. A mother's pain, of having to watch her daughter being treated so abhorrently. Please look at this, please.
I remember her telling me that she had wanted to take her own life. And that really broke my heart, because I knew that it was bad. But to just constantly be picked at by these vultures, just picking away at her spirit, that she would actually think of not wanting to be here. That That's not an easy one for a mom to hear, you know. And I can't protect her. H can't protect her. She's
a mother crying for her daughter. Her mother crying for her daughter, saying that H can't protect her. I can't protect her. The farm were busy feeding Meghan Markle to the wolves. The UK press pack, the tabloid press that picked Meghan apart. Even closing her own cardo was considered a crime in the UK, committed by Meghan. Closing a cardo is a crime, really. Eating an avocado, a crime. Touching your belly, a crime. My family, for basically everything, really. Everything. And when you look at what they're picking her apart for, like eating an avocado, it's nonsense, really. It's nonsense. But the media did that. That was psychological abuse, you know? And it continued time and time again. And then the palace, through Jason North, when Meghan's friends wanted to defend Meghan Markle, the palace, through Jason North, basically told Meghan's friends to stand down, and then assured the editor, whom he was in contact with, of this tabloid press, that, hey, look, Meghan's friends will not intervene, because the editor was complaining about Meghan's friends intervening on behalf of Meghan. My family. That tells you, about what life is like in the farm. How can anyone even support such kind of an institution that torments women? Don't wait until someone's life is lost for you to say to someone that, hey, look, I love you. Don't wait until that moment, because my family, we saw what happened to Diana, the late Diana, of how she was being picked apart by the UK press. It also took a huge toll on her. Even recounting that after the divorce, things became harder for her. The palace never protected her at all, one bit. Even Tyler Perry recounts that his first encounter with the royals was seeing Diana being chased by photographers and covering herself with like a tennis racket so they wouldn't be able to get photos of her. And then trying to force themselves into an elevator that Diana was entering with cameras on her face. Cameras, photos that would then end up on the front pages of the UK tabloid press. My family. We also the hate that she received even after the Panorama interview. We heard the same thing that we've been hearing. Oh, look, public opinion is on the side of the royal family. Same thing as we've had with Spare Memoir with the Oprah interview. Oh, public opinion is on the side of the monarchy. My family, we've heard that countless number of times. But then we also what happened after the late Diana died, after suffering a tragic car accident, being chased by paparazzi who are being paid by the UK tabloid press. We all saw what happened after. My family. People were crying. People were in tears Prince Harry even spoke about this, that when he shook the hands of people, it could feel like they had, wet hands. All these people loved the late Diana. People came over there to express their condolences over the passing of the late Diana, the people's princess. My family, they loved her so much. But my family, right now, you are seeing the same thing that happened to Diana happening to her son, her son's wife. If you're someone out there and you're quiet, you are being complicit. You are being complicit in the attacks towards Harry and Meghan, my family, because this situation has gotten really, really bad. Really, really bad. Even Harry said that we left for like a year. We were quiet, but the hounding never stopped. The leaks never stopped. The planting of stories never stopped. We've had the anti-Harry and Meghan stories come from one place, Kensington Palace, headed by Prince William. Please, once again, just hear this. I want you to be able to hear, something that was told my family.
Newsrooms.
Please hear.
Newsrooms. It's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
But why
and if it comes from Kensington Palace, why are they briefing against their own grand?
Well, okay, that's a very...
William says he loves Harry. After abusing Harry, he always makes a point to say, I love you, Harry. I love you, Harold. That's how William describes Harry. I love you, Harold. After physically assaulting Harry, I love you, Harry. After lunging at Harry right after Philip's funeral, I love you, Harry. The same person who claims to love Harry is the same one who is feeding Harry and Meghan to the wolves. I loved Harry's response to William, that I don't think you want me to be happy. Because the thing is, William does not want Harry to be happy. He wants Harry by his side, covering for him as a spare, taking abuse on his behalf, taking all the hits on his behalf. That is what William wants, a scapegoat. Not a brother, a scapegoat. And someone who will take abuse. My family, that is what William is looking for. So my family, when I see and hear what Meghan, is saying, my family, it is painful, really. Very painful to hear the pain that Meghan endured at the hands of the fam. It was horrendous. It was so horrendous, my family. And no one, once again, should ever have had to endure this. No one should go through this. My family, let me read a couple of comments on this issue, my family. Someone said this. Institutionalized thinking. Guys, I'm thinking this must be like a cult. Someone else says that, Exactly. Raw comes first no matter what. Someone else said that in response to Harry's comment that we can't be late. We cannot be late. They'll skin us alive and then they'll blame her. In response to Harry's thoughts. Someone said that the Raw cult and everyone associated with them are evil. Someone said that this moved me to tears. I really want to cry. I often wonder how those female so-called carnival or so-called experts can look themselves in the mirror and in good conscience sleep at night. How? With so much hate, by the way. How can you sleep at night with so much hate inside of you? How? I struggle to even understand that. How can you sleep at night with so much hate? For what? For money? My family, there comes a time whereby every single person will answer for their sins. That time will come. That time will come. And it's better to be on the good side, rather than be a person who spent your life spreading hate and then you have to answer for the hate that you caused. Because that day will come for every single one, for everyone. So be on the side of good, not the side of hate. Someone called Mona said that they completely destroyed her. Poor Meg, said someone called Mona. My family, someone else said that I think she did not trust her surroundings to be on her own without Harry, as to what they might do to her. My heart breaks for Meghan. She went through hell in the UK. I'm glad she kept her US citizenship and went back home. Someone said that, my family. My family, hearing that Meghan was in tears, just makes me really, really sad, really, about what they were going through at the time, really. And do you know one thing that's sad? Prince Harry in the Recounts talks about, the story of Robin Williams. We saw the story of Robin Williams in the Recounts. The day before he took his own life, he was seen smiling like everything was all right. He was okay. And then you heard him saying that, be kind. You don't know what someone is going through. Just be kind, be kind, be kind, be kind. After the death of Colin Flack, guess who had the same message? The UK tabloid press. Be kind, be kind, be kind campaign from the UK media. Be kind, be kind. After Colin Flack, the woman they were hounding, took her own life. A woman who was also linked, that she had a relationship with Harry, took her life. And the Sun tabloid, in which Dan Wooten was the editor at the time, was caught erasing articles, about Colin Flack after she took her own life. My family, if that tells you that this media appetite for blood, they need to answer for their crime because lives have been lost. There needs to be justice for Diana, for Colin Flack, for what they did to Meghan Markle. There needs to be justice. Because if they can do this to Meghan or the Diana, Colin Flack, what about you? What about me? The sad thing is today, the target is Meghan. Before Meghan, it was Colin Flack. She was the target. And after that, what happened? They moved to the next target, Meghan. Today it's Meghan. Tomorrow it could be you or a friend that you know, your mother, your sister, your brother, someone you love. So it's important when we see something is wrong, we must fight against the hate. We must call it out, and we must be courageous to call it out when we see something wrong. We must be courageous in calling it out, my family. What happened to Meghan was wrong. And I hope that Meghan can heal and continue to heal, because healing is a process from the pain that she has had to endure all this time. And also Doria, the pain of a mother hearing from a child that she wanted to take her own life. The pain of her mother. No one should ever have to go through that. And the people who did this, the tabloids, the institution, William, Kim Milton, they must be held accountable for their actions. My family, they must. Now I want to your opinion, please. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and support our evergreen family on YouTube. And kindly stay tuned to our next video. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, Diana, and Dora Ragland. And all of you members of the squad at home, kindly stay tuned to our next video. What do you think about this painful moment recounted by Harry? I want to hear your opinion on that, kindly. Please stay tuned to our next video. May they continue healing from this pain. May they heal from this trauma they've experienced. Harry and Meghan fled the UK. You've heard that, because that is what even Harry has said, because that is what happened. They fled a torrent of abuse. Because clearly, you can hear from Harry's words himself. He was afraid of what the media would say. Of the media once again targeting his wife. My family. Harry was afraid. I mean, hear his language. We can't be late. We cannot be late. They'll skin us alive and they'll blame her, Meghan. He was afraid. And that's how the tabloid media rules. By intimidation. Through fear. That's not a way to live. And that is not how a free press should conduct its affairs. That's not how things are done, family. Glad that Harry and Meghan live in the US right now with their kids, Archie and Diana. My family. Now I want your opinion on this, kindly. Please stay tuned to our next video. Love you all and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.